What up, YouTubers out there in the old YouTube land? So, when faced with decision making that affects others, and maybe this decision or this choice that you're tasked with making, maybe the people that it does affect, as well as you, maybe they have a say in it too, or maybe you want to become conscious of what their feelings are on the whole thing and all that. So, part of my decision-making process would be to differentiate, first off, difference between perspective and perception. Simply because, although they may have similar meanings, they are completely different in my book. Because one, perspective is real. Your perspective is what it is, and so is yours is what yours is. Yours is what yours is, and mine is what mine is. They all differ, and so, but they're real, just the same. Okay. Now, things could factor into this too. Some outside influences. You got the way that you woke up that morning. You got, if you're hungry, if you're irritable, if you're just an asshole, if you're just, you got other things that will play into that. But the core of it is something that will never change. To where perception, how you perceive, which is uniquely your own as well. However, I don't care so much about what others' perceptions are, simply because that's perspective's one thing. I can respect perspective, but perception is I don't care. It's like I don't care. I don't care what you think about me. I don't. I really don't. Just ask anybody that lived on Hilton Head Island and see a guy like me wearing a suit, the only guy on the whole island wearing a cowboy hat. Do you think I cared? I wear that hat because I like that hat, because it provides things for me and stuff like that. So I don't care. I can try to fit in. Fuck you. That's what I say. So with that, sort of thing, it's important that you do. Here's the thing. It's important that you do become conscious of others' perception, or their perspective rather, because especially if it affects them, you can't. It's a how should I say? It's a very delicate thing, because if you don't respect their perspective, and it affects them negatively, then you're just an asshole. Okay, I mean that's the way they will feel, even though you had no intentions on doing them any kind of wrong whatsoever. It was just a choice you had to make. However, when you don't give them the respect of gaining their perspective, you better hope it works out for the best for them, because otherwise, you're the one that's responsible. So, no matter what the choices are, no matter what the decisions are to be made, it's important that you have respect enough for others around you, or those who it will affect, to where you gain their perspective. You heard the old saying, walk a mile in my shoes. Do you think of that when you make these choices and decisions? Question that to yourself. Are you conscious of it? Are you? Do you respect it? Do you care? Because if you don't, like I said, you're just an asshole. You're just somebody that shouldn't be given that sort of power or responsibility to make those kinds of decisions and choices. If that's the case, because you don't care about who it affects, who are you? You're just an asshole. So be conscious of it. It's important, I think. It's funny. The older we get, the more we become aware of others and how we affect them with whether it be our words or things we do, or workplaces, things like that. And you want to do good, for others, and you want to make people I'm not saying be a pleaser, but you want to make people feel that you're fair, at least, and you a lot of times want them to understand why you feel the way you do, or you want them to understand the justification behind what it is that the choices that you make, and it affects them. Even though you don't owe them that, you still, you want to do that. It's just that you would like that for someone to do, for that, or were that to happen, and you're in their shoes, or whatever, you would want them to do that too. So it's like a mutual respect thing that you gain as you get older. It becomes more and more something that you really factor into decision making. And so, anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. I was thinking about it. It's a big deal, I think. A lot of these little things that we don't think about when we're younger become big deals when we get older, because it's just something that, whether it be you're wanting to, I guess it is more so, as we get older and we start thinking about, our days are numbered. Like, really, we don't have as much time left as we had before us, and we want to, start. It's awful that it takes that, but it's we want to start working our way back into heaven, sort of thing, right? And it's not. It's good that you can do that. If you feel that way any point in time in your life, by all means, you should do it. However, it's, as we get older, and this is something no one bothered to explain to me, my peers, when I was young and all that this is going to happen. You're going to look back and you're going to have some regrets about things that you've done in the past, and feel like you were careless or reckless or irresponsible in one way, shape, or form, and you're going to want to right those wrongs before you die. I mean, isn't that the end goal for most of us? The end goal is to die without regret, and die with, leaving a memory of what you did here on earth in a good way. You want people to remember you and respect the way that you were, and say, oh, he was a good man, or he's a good person, this and that. That's what we want, even though it's not. Believe me, there's how, let's see, how should I word this? How soon we forget, though. The bad things that we do to people are way far more leave lasting memories than the good things that you do for people. That's for sure. Which is a shame, but that's the way it is. And nobody can please everyone. So I mean, you're gonna make people feel some sort of way about you from time to time. And look, you can't control what other people say or do. All you can control is how you react to it. And so, do what you can with that. I don't know. It's just something that really gets me, and I'd like to share it. I don't know. I really wish you'd call me, Nish. I just like, I don't know, trying to get a hold of you. So, anyway, I'm pulling up to the job site here. Y'all have a good day. Have a good rest of the week. Here to see me. I love you. Remain strong. Stay vigilant. Always try to do the right thing. Always do the right thing, because you know what the right thing is. Just fucking do it. That being said,